Going on, your boys? Was able to catch a winning trade today back on to the evals. Like I said, posted a video yesterday about blowing the funded, so we're back to basically square one, but with more lessons and with a little bit more knowledge. And I'm gonna talk a little bit quieter today's video because my brother's right next to me, or not right next to me, in the room like right across. So I don't want to sound like I'm talking to myself. But yeah, so like I said, winning trade today, quick trade in and out. It's 10 a.m. Central Time, so I think these are the best trades where you're able to just catch. I caught a 1 to 1.6 today. I sized in pretty heavy though. I'm gonna start sizing in a little bit heavier on evals because I think the good thing about losing and blowing the accounts is I also feel like I've been desensitized a little bit more to losing. So I was truly like generally content with losing today's trade. Obviously, if I size harder, I'm gonna have a tighter stop loss. But even still, I'm probably gonna it's gonna be a decent loss, like a decent size loss. If I lost today's trade, but I was generally content with that. I was fine. I was okay with it because I've lost so much, and I feel like that's the good thing that's come out of blowing the accounts as well. But I think today was, all my confluences were lined up. There was a pretty. I like today's trade. And in addition to that, the same exact setup happened yesterday or yesterday, right? So I'm gonna show you both the instances of today's trade. So yeah, but before that, I'm gonna get into before showing you the other one. We get into this one. So and also I changed my chart. Yeah, I changed my chart colors. That's what I was gonna say. I don't know if you guys prefer this one or not. I feel like this is easier for the eye to see. I don't know. Instead of like the darker color on darker candles, the lighter background with the darker candles kind of contrasts a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see if I keep it. But yeah, so daily buys coming in. Obviously, I was a little bit more bearish today because hopefully, like I was expecting a retracement earlier on this week, but we just had to push up a little higher. So I was expecting a little bit more of a retracement day today. And 4 hour time frame we were bearish. Daily time frame we were bearish as well in terms of order flow. However, coming into the market, so 4 hour daily we were both bearish. And then 1 hour we're bearish as well. But coming into the market, we had a textbook market maker buy model lined up, right? And so the only draw that I really had today was the London high, because of the fact that we had original consolidation here on the 1 minute. I guess it's easy to see. We have original consolidation here, and then we have our phases of distribution here, and then we have our smart money reversal here, right? And then we're also in a higher time frame PD array. We're in this 4 hour fair value gap right here, so we have reason to push up higher. And so that's why I had a perfect draw today for London high. But the thing is, we took that out before market open, right? We never really got a setup for it. And so now my whole bias kind of changes. It changed a little bit. And it really depended on what we did with London high as well. I don't know why this is. With London high as well, whether we swept it or not. And that was the big thing for me, right? So we push up and we're looking to take London high. I'm like, okay, now my bias is probably going to switch. We open up market. We're kind of chopping a little bit, accumulating, building orders. And then that's when we kind of start seeking that London high. And I'm like, okay, this is a big point. What are we going to do when we enter this London high? Are we going to sweep it? Are we going to take it? What are we going to do? Are we going to push higher for something? What are we going to do, right? Because we never really had more of a draw after London high. Like, London highs took Asia highs, and so we really didn't really have too much other than this 1 hour fair value gap displacement area here. And then like I said, that's why I was kind of waiting for us to retrace back into this price, if back into this area. Even if we wanted to deliver lower, I was bullish on a smaller time frame, and I take my trades on the 1 minute, so I'm completely fine with being bullish on a smaller time frame. But just knowing that the high time frame order flow is bearish kind of also led me to take a smaller size trade today in terms of like points. So yeah, okay, but back to the trade. We end up taking London highs, but we don't sweep it, right? This is like this is a pretty big sign where we close above this candle on the 1 minute, and then we retest that fair value gap, right? This down close candle retest this 1 minute fair value gap right here. We retest it 3 times, and we fail to swing. We failed to deliver lower, and we're also in a macro time frame now. So we're respecting this fair value gap, and then we get a change in state or like more of a breaker structure here, and then we make this 1 minute order block. We displace higher. We create displacement after breaking the structure on the 1 minute. That's another sign that prices we have strong bullish momentum, right? We're not looking to deliver back past this London low, especially after this 1 minute candle forms, and especially after this fair value gap is formed. And then now the big thing here is you see all these failure swings to the downside. We're retesting this candle, we're retesting this displacement area, and we fail to even tap into the fair value gap. We don't even tap into the fair value gap. That tells me that that buyers are still in control. And the last thing, or like one of the last things kind of confirms it for me, is we put in a lower time frame SMT. So we have starting from all the way from the bottom, we have our draw as London highs. Once we take it, we close above it. We make an order block, break structure here. we create displacement of fair value gap with a strong momentum candle, volume candle here, failure swings to mitigate, and we fail to even tap back into this fair value gap. We create a lower time frame SMT, and we also have a down close candle. We break more structure. We break the body of this candle as well, essentially creating another order block paired with an SMT, and then now that's like my final tell of, okay, we're gonna look for something higher, right? And we're also still under equilibrium. Like I said, there wasn't too much to target up here because we were, just entering this 1 hour fair value gap. And so the only thing that was kind of left to target was this 15-minute high, which is what I did. And then it was a really short move. Like I said, higher time frame order flow I know is going to be bearish most likely. And so I'm just targeting something small and quick here. But I did size pretty heavy. So once we retest back into this order block after that breaking structure, stops at this low right at the SMT area, we retest it twice, and then we shoot up, and I'm out of this trade in 3 minutes, right? 3 1-minute candles. And I basically caught the last final pump of this move, I guess. I don't know if that's, like I said, like on the higher time frame, I know order flow was bearish, but we had strong confidence that price was going to seek something higher, right? Because like I said, I'm gonna just show you guys the example of what happened yesterday. Like, it's literally the same thing that happened today. So I already marked it out. Yesterday coming in, we had Asian session highs at 8 a.m. makes our high for London session, not Asian session. London session 9:30, boom, we take out internal sell-side liquidity like we were doing today, right? We were in kind of a discount zone, make our final sweep, boom, immediately shoot up to our London highs. But what do? Do we sweep it? No, we have a strong candle closure over it. Our body of a candle closes above that London high. We make a fair value gap, not even retested. And then again, failure swings to get past this fair value gap area, this London high. That's the big thing. Failure swings. We're wicking off of this area. We're wicking off. We're not closing under. The bodies are not closing under. We're wicking off. The candles are telling the story, right? And the same thing happens again. We make a down close candle. We break that structure of the down close candle, and then we retest this order block area. SMT gets put in. You can enter off. You can enter off the order block and then put stops at this swing low or wherever you want to put it. And that's like a pretty, you could have caught a pretty big move yesterday, right? So essentially the same exact thing. Displacement over that London session high, failure swings, breaking the structure, creating an order block as well, lower time frame SMT, retest of that order block, and then we get, and then you enter longs and then you'll win the trade. Yeah, so pretty simple trade today, fast trade. These are, I feel like, the best trades where I can just get on with my day after taking the trade. But yeah, I had all of, I had reason to go into the market today, and I felt like I'm like a few weeks ago, I feel like if I were to take this was a pretty big winning day. If I were to take this on an eval, I would have been freaking out, and I honestly would have probably made this day, labeled it as a better day. Honestly, I think I'm doing a lot better with that because I know that this can, I could lose the next day and the next week and this go back immediately down to zero, and that's still going to be considered a good day because I've learned, right? So I feel like I'm getting better with labeling my days as good or bad based off of the PNL, which is a terrible thing to do. And so yeah, I think hopefully you guys learned something from this trade recap. I think thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next recap. God bless and stay safe.